Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope that you are staying safe and healthy. I've been pretty busy this past month because I started a new role as an immigration lawyer at a corporate immigration firm in Toronto. So I was kind of struggling with work schedule and then taking out time to actually think and record these videos. So that's why I've been kind of missing, but I want to come back and actually answer some questions that people have been asking me since the past couple of months. So this has been the most requested question that I've received, that as an internationally trained lawyer, what are some of the job opportunities that I have? So I've decided that I want to answer this question in two parts. So the first part, I want to talk about what does it really mean to be an internationally trained lawyer? So who are you? And then in the next part, I'm going to talk about 10 job positions that you can apply for as an internationally trained lawyer, and I will also touch upon the skills that you need and what is the type of work you can expect in those roles. So if you're interested, keep watching. First of all, who are you and what does it mean to be an internationally trained lawyer? Now, you're not a lawyer. Any job posting that you see that is asking for an associate lawyer, a partner, a document review lawyer, a contract lawyer, I don't know, any type of lawyer, you can't apply for those positions because in Canada, you cannot work as a lawyer until and unless you're licensed. So please don't waste your time applying for roles that are asking for a lawyer. Second, you're not a legal counsel. Legal counsels are also lawyers who work in-house. So what I mean by in-house is they work, for instance, at an organization or maybe at a financial institution, and they mostly do different type of work, for instance, corporate commercial, employment, and in short, they're lawyers. So anytime you see a job posting that's asking for legal counsel or director of a legal department, you're not eligible to apply for those roles because, again, you're not a lawyer. You can apply for those roles once you're called, obviously, but as of now, you can't apply for those roles. The third thing is that you are not a paralegal. Paralegals go to school and they get their license, and then they go and study different courses, and then they write their licensing exam. So when you look at a job posting which is asking for a paralegal, you can't apply for those roles because, again, you are an internationally trained lawyer, you're not a paralegal. So I hope that you understand who you are, because you're not a lawyer, you're not a paralegal, you're not a legal counsel. So that means you can't apply for those roles. Now, I'm going to move forward to talk, and talk about the roles that you can apply for. And I'm going to share 10 roles. Some of them I've researched and some of them I'm talking from my own past experience. First role that you can apply for is a contract analyst, contract manager, or a contract administrator role. So what do they do? Contract analyst pretty much review the contract, negotiate the contract, manage contracts for companies and bigger organizations, because, again, lawyers can't do everything. So contract managers will help everything that is associated with contract review or drafting. And some of the skills required for this role is that you should have attention to detail, you should know how to write, communicate, you're quick, you're able to spot issues, you're able to negotiate. So overall, this is a good role if you have experience working, for instance, at an organization and you love contract law. You could work as a contract analyst. I did a lot of contract review during my placement, so I think contract review is a lot of fun. So if you are interested, you should look for contract analyst roles. For this role, you're not required to have any specific degree. A lot of contract analyst roles, people don't have like a contract review degree or anything, but then they have experience or they have something related to the legal field. So because you are an internationally trained lawyer, this is one area that, I think it's a good position to get into. The second role you can apply for is a policy analyst. If you're interested in researching, analyzing different policies, regulations, let's just say that you worked in a government organization, or you work for the government in the country that you're from, you're likely to have researching skills. You're likely to analyze policies. So if that's the kind of experience that you've had, I would highly recommend that you do apply for policy analyst roles. Some of the skills that you need are leadership, writing, attention to detail, good communication, research and writing. Again, the skills are very similar, all of the roles that I'm going to be talking about. But for a policy analyst role, a degree in poli science can be required, but it's not mandatory. So if employers see that you don't have a degree, I mean, it's not a requirement, but they might prefer somebody who has a degree in related to policy. But I think you should apply anyways, because I've seen a lot of internationally trained lawyers who have, worked in these roles. Third role that you could apply for, and something that I highly recommend, is a sales representative role. I know that it is not related to the legal field per se, but you could work as a sales representative for a company, for a call center, for pretty much anything, because I think selling is one of the greatest skills that you could learn. Because let's just say that you become a lawyer and you want to open your own firm, you should know how to sell. And to become a sales representative, you just need, I don't know if you need you might just need a degree, and then you need some experience. So if you can get into a sales rep role, I think it would be really good for your resume. I think you will be able to communicate with different people. It's just a good environment to be in. Unfortunately, I never did I actually did a sales internship, which I really loved, and I picked up some of the skills that I use until now. So highly recommend apply for sales representative roles. Fourth role that you could apply for is legal assistant, law clerk. Like I said, this is a great role if you want to understand how law firms work. This role will require a lot of paperwork and filing documents, client intake, communication with clients. Law clerks and legal assistant do have a diploma, and they go to colleges to obtain this diploma, and then they study how to do everything that you need to do for this role. However, I've seen a lot of internationally trained lawyers take in legal assistant positions. I actually did one myself. I worked at a litigation firm as a legal assistant. And I mean, I think this is a good role, because at the end of the day, maybe you could article with the same firm and then get hired too. You never know. Fifth role that you could apply for is a corporate governance specialist. Now, I know that a lot of people, actually a lot of my friends, when I was doing the LLM, had prior work experience in a corporation and governance, and they were very interested in corporate law, and now they're actually working as corporate governance specialists. So if you are interested in corporate law and you like the way that the corporations work, and you would like to get into the governance aspect of it, I would highly recommend that you apply for those roles. These roles are very similar to legal roles, and for this, your skill level should be good writing, communication, ability to analyze, ability to think on the spot, and have just a good understanding of how corporations work. So look out for corporate governance roles if you're interested in corporate law. Next role I would recommend is volunteering at a legal clinic, and this is entirely up to you. If you don't have enough financial resources and you want to get a paid job, that's completely fine. But if you are looking to get some experience, try to get experience at a legal clinic. Unfortunately, I didn't do it, but I wish that I had done that, because it will really teach you different areas of the law. For instance, let's just say that you're interested in family law. You can get to deal with different clients, understand how things go and work. This experience is really good for you as well, to understand which area of the law that you're interested in. So try getting some experience with legal clinics. If you don't see a job posting, try calling them and just letting them know that you are interested. Seventh position that you could apply for, and this is a position that I've actually thought of myself. You can apply for as a social media manager for law firms. A lot of law firms don't have the time to invest in, you know, managing their social media. But nowadays, especially during COVID, a lot of clients, you know, you're going to get from social media or, you know, online presence. So you could actually call law firms and be like, hey, can I act as your social media manager, and I can do this, this, and that. So you don't really need, I mean, you do need skills, but having a legal background and then knowing how to handle social media is a good mix, especially when you are, you know, you could apply to a firm and then you could help them improve their online presence. The position that you can apply for is very similar to a social media manager position. You could also work as a technology consultant for law firms. Again, remember that if you are entering the legal profession now, you might have more technical skills than anyone who has been practicing for 10 years. So if you have the experience and if you can improve their operation or marketing some way, I would call them and just offer like, hey, I can do this for you. I mean, even if they don't hire you, you could still work as a part-time consultant. So try asking firms, can I work as your tech consultant? I can do XYZ. Again, if you have the experience. If you don't, then maybe you want to work in other fields, but I'm just putting it out there because I think this is a good area to work in. The ninth position is legal writing or legal research. You could try publish blogs. You could try and help organizations with legal research. You could help pretty much solo practitioners or like bigger firms offer your services. Hey, I can do legal research. I know how to write memos or whatever it is that they need. And you could ask different law firms and try to get work like that, because at the end of the day, it's still work experience. And these jobs are sometimes not posted. So what you have to do is actually reach out to people and be like, hey, this is what I can do. Can I help you in any way? So try and get positioned for instance, like a legal writer or a legal researcher. And the last position is any part-time work you can get. You can work at a retail store. You could work at a coffee shop as a barista. I mean, these positions are very, very important because they help you learn more about, you know, if you're new to Canada, it will help you learn more about Canadian culture and just generally just being out there, because that's how you learn. So any part-time position, if you can get, it could also be at a grocery store or at a coffee shop or, I don't know, maybe at a retail store. I would highly recommend that you take it. I did some of part-time roles myself. I learned a lot, and that's why I always recommend that you do that. So yeah, I hope that this was helpful. If you liked it, please subscribe to my channel. I really hope that you do end up finding work, and this was helpful to you in terms of understanding what options you have. If you are an internationally trained lawyer and you're working in any other field, please comment below and let other people know as well. Thanks guys for watching, and I will see you soon.